Alice and Earl got up one morning and they decided they needed some coffee. But they started fighting about who was going to make the coffee. Alice said, "No, Earl, you make the coffee." "Alice, that's the wife's job. You make the coffee." Well, Alice had been in church the day before, and she came around and she said, "Earl, the Bible says Hebrews. Children learn what they live. Mom and Dad, stop fighting or go to your room." When parents fight, kids suffer. They become restless and worried. What happens when one parent has bruises? Dr. Fields says, yelling and screaming in front of your kids can be painful for them because they don't have the power to speak up. Arguments in front of the children are okay as long as you make up in front of them. This lets them know that conflicts happen, but it's the way you solve them that's most important. Things that hurt are name calling. You big fat, ugly, lazy jerk. Little messy housewife. And the ugly word, shut up. So the son goes to school, becomes a class bully. He starts fights. He calls names and he curses at other children. And grows up with no respect for his dad because of what he's heard his mother say. Sometimes kids come protective of one parent and grow up to hate the other. Children that grow up in a war zone become clingy, insecure, have low self-esteem, lack belonging, feeling lost, feelings of guilt and shame, no impulse control, feelings of helplessness. They exhibit aggressive behavior and they yell at their own kids. They have feelings fearful and unsure of themselves, and they're embarrassed to bring their friends home because their parents fight. Kids tend to believe their parents fighting is all their fault, or they can fix it. This is a myth. Fathers, how would you feel if your daughter married a wife beater or your son became a wife beater? Remember that commercial where the parent asked the child where they learned their bad behavior, and the child looks the parent in the face and replies, "I learned it from you." That's a wake-up call for us, folks. How do we change the way we fight with our mates? First of all, we fight fair. That doesn't mean if he hits you, you hit him back. Or if she calls you a name, you call her one better. It simply means there are ways to end the argument without throwing punches. Maintaining self-control is very important. Take it private. Don't bring up the past. Avoid name calling. Stay on task. Always end with "I'm sorry" or tell a joke to ease feelings. And lastly, end it before it ends you. Staying together for the kids' sake. Staying together for the kids' sake. Divorce should be the last move you make. But if the relationship is abusive, the child it does more harm to the child as well, and they don't do as well and function as well as the child that grows up in a loving home and environment. Remember, for better or for worse, well, being a punching bag can't get any worse before it gets better. Families that pray together stay together. Steps to avoid fighting in front of kids are to walk away, write your feelings down, give your kids hundreds of reasons why you love them, nip it in the bud. Don't let things fester and build up. Take discussions private and conduct it with love. Maybe a prayer before. Remember, if God is in it, you can't remember, but you also must remember to stop fighting in front of your kids.